What I've looked at here is Xero, which is the big online accounts package. Everyone's talking about it. Every accounts person is talking about it. Every IT person is talking about it because it integrates with everything else. I looked at MYOB's Live Accounts, which is their latest online accounting system, and it's meant to compete directly head-on with Xero. It's the one that runs purely through the web, not using the old fat client. I looked at Intuit's QuickBooks Online. I tried to look at Reckon, who is now split from QuickBooks, but their online version isn't ready yet. There's no terms and conditions I could flick through. What I was interested in with these guys was their liability, their backup, and the data privacy. By all accounts, Xero is the most expensive solution when it comes to this. And I think looking at it from probably a marketing perspective, knowing that Xero's got the leap on them, MYOB and QuickBooks have decided that their best way of being competitive here is by price. So if you look at Xero, the small package, which is $29 a month, gives you the ability to send 5 invoices per month and use one payroll employee, which is pretty useless for anyone. And then it jumps to $49 a month for the medium version, where you can send hundreds of invoices and have up to 20 payroll employees, or $64 a month where it adds multi-currency and there's no limits. When you compare that with MYOB Live Accounts, which gives you unlimited invoices and unlimited linked bank accounts for $29 a month, it seems really expensive. It's over double. QuickBooks Online starts at $15 a month with one user, and you can have 2 accountants or bookkeepers looking at it with unlimited invoices again. So these seem much better features than Xero, that's quite limited at that price point. $25 a month is their Essentials, which allows 3 users and 2 accountants, or $35 a month, which is the Plus, which is 5 users and 2 accounts. They also give you payroll for free for up to 10 employees, but they don't tell you how much payroll costs above that, I found on their website. So I'm not sure what the implications are there. I'm sure you guys will probably know that more than me. Interestingly, from the liability perspective, Xero will tell you that if they're deemed liable for any loss, they'll give you the last 12 months access fees back. So 64 times 12. MYOB says we'll resupply the resupply or payment of the cost of the service. Doesn't tell you how much that is, if it's a month, 12 months or whatever. I'm thinking they're going to try and minimize that to a month. QuickBooks Online also said the last 12 months access. When it comes to backup, I couldn't find anything on QuickBooks Online, except for that they do backup. MYOB Live Accounts said all Live Accounts data is backed up daily to support recovery in the event of a problem, which is very vague. They didn't tell me anything about how their backup system works, just that they have one, and it's daily. Xero had 2 terms in there, one which conflicts a little bit with me. The first thing I found was you must maintain copies of all data input into the service. So what they're saying is, don't expect our system to be, make sure you've got some record of what you're typing in, because if our system does fall over, you probably want to be able to pull that back out and rekey it. However, when I went into the thick of the terms and conditions, they run offsite backups nightly, they run full backups weekly, and they do what's called a transactional log backup, which means every time you enter a transaction into the system, that's a transactional log, so they can replay it in history, and that gets backed up every 10 minutes to another facility. So out of all of them, Xero at the most expensive point has the best backup policy. When it came to data privacy, and this is a really scary one, Intuit, QuickBooks, says you also give Intuit permission to aggregate your non-personally identifiable data, which you enter or upload, with that of other users of the service. So they're probably using that for statistics. They could also be using it for marketing, and they possibly have something in another term that allows them to sell off that demographic information. So maybe they're trying to find out how much, on average, percentage of expense are businesses spending on IT, and then they can report on that. MYOB says, we may observe your use of MYOB Live Accounts and access all information you input or can access through MYOB Live Accounts, which really sounds quite invasive. Xero's was the best. Xero's staff and Xero's partners do not have access to your password and are therefore unable to access your organisation's account or data without receiving an invitation to do so from you. So again, when we're looking at it, the most expensive product actually has the best set of terms and conditions to protect you. They don't really care about what you're storing there. That's your business. But unfortunately, a lot of businesses are going to go out there and go, $64 a month, that's ridiculous, when I can get it for, $20, $30 a month. It's something to be aware of when people are looking at it, and making sure you're educating them that these are the concerns of going the cheaper path.